died last night, not physically, but for hours. Your consciousness abandoned your body completely. It happens every single night. You call it sleep. The ancients called it death's twin. Your brain floods with DMT, the most powerful psychedelic known to science. Your consciousness rips free from physical reality, and you enter realms that feel more real than waking life. This isn't poetry. This is neuroscience meeting forbidden spiritual knowledge. In 1865, Abraham Lincoln dreamed of his own assassination days before it happened. Every detail precisely as it would occur. In 2001, dozens of people dreamed about planes hitting towers before 9/11. Coincidence? Or does consciousness access information beyond time during sleep? Something watches you in the darkness between worlds. Millions report identical shadow figures during sleep paralysis, across all cultures, all times. Different continents, different centuries, same entities, same sensations. Scientists dismiss these as hallucinations. But why would unrelated humans hallucinate identical experiences? The truth? Sleep isn't unconsciousness. It's hyperconsciousness. Your mind doesn't shut down. It breaks through. Tonight, we tear away the lies. You'll discover where your consciousness actually goes when your body lies dormant. Why some dreams predict the future with terrifying accuracy. Why others feel more vivid than your waking life. This knowledge was hidden in mystery schools, preserved by shamans, and buried by modern science. Until now. The veil between worlds is thinner than you've been told, and every night you cross it. The Egyptians built entire temples dedicated to sleep, not for rest, for interdimensional travel. Their priests used specialized chambers where initiates would sleep to access what they called the duat, the realm of the dead and gods. They weren't praying for dreams. They were accessing other dimensions through controlled sleep states. These weren't primitive superstitions. They were technologies of consciousness, refined over thousands of years. The Oracle of Delphi, she inhaled earth vapors to enter trance states identical to deep sleep brain patterns. Her prophecies shaped empires. Every major civilization independently discovered the same truth. Consciousness during sleep accesses realities beyond physical perception. Tibetan dream yoga isn't meditation. It's a 3,000-year-old science of conscious sleep. Its practitioners don't just have lucid dreams. They live dual lives in parallel dimensions. Their ancient texts describe navigating afterlife realms while still alive through mastery of sleep consciousness. Indigenous shamans worldwide use plants containing DMT, the exact same compound your pineal gland releases during REM sleep. They don't call it hallucination. They call it seeing true reality for the first time. Modern science blocked this knowledge for centuries. In 1952, Eugene Aserinsky discovered REM sleep and was shocked to find the brain more active during dreams than wakefulness. His findings contradicted everything science believed about sleep. The establishment tried to discredit him. Why? Because conscious experience without physical input threatens the materialist worldview that consciousness originates in the brain. The Soviet Union conducted classified sleep experiments during the Cold War. Test subjects maintained continuous consciousness for days while their bodies slept. The program was suddenly terminated. The results remain classified. Carl Jung broke from mainstream psychology After discovering that patients from completely different backgrounds reported identical dream symbols and entities, he called it the collective unconscious, a dimension of shared consciousness accessed during sleep. These weren't metaphors to Jung. They were literal descriptions of where consciousness goes during sleep, into transpersonal fields beyond individual identity. Quantum physics reluctantly approaches the same conclusion. Leading physicists now propose consciousness as fundamental to reality, not merely an emergent property of brain function. This perspective aligns perfectly with ancient sleep wisdom. Your consciousness during sleep isn't confined to your brain. It participates in wider fields of awareness, usually filtered out during waking states. The boundary between fringe mysticism and cutting-edge science has collapsed. Both now point to the same reality. Sleep consciousness reveals the true nature of existence. Your brain doesn't rest during sleep. It transforms. During REM sleep, blood flow to your brain increases by 50%. Your visual cortex activates more intensely than when you're looking at actual objects. Your emotional centers fire with greater intensity than during waking traumas or ecstasies. This isn't the signature of a resting brain. It's the signature of a brain experiencing something more real than physical reality. The pineal gland, called the seat of the soul by ancient traditions, sits at the geometric center of your skull. During sleep, it produces DMT, the most powerful naturally occurring psychedelic compound known to science. DMT doesn't create hallucinations. It dissolves the filter that normally blocks non-physical perception. Under its influence, consciousness perceives what's always there, but normally hidden. This explains why dreams often feel more real than reality itself. They are more real, they're less filtered, less constrained by the limitations of physical perception. Sleep paralysis proves consciousness can separate from bodily control. During these episodes, you're fully aware while your body remains locked in sleep paralysis, a safety mechanism preventing physical movement during dreams. What makes sleep paralysis truly significant is what people see during it. Worldwide, across cultures that never contacted each other, people report the same entities: shadow figures, old hags, hat men, pressure on the chest. Scientists claim cultural contamination explains these similarities. They're wrong. Ancient Sumerian texts from 3100 before the Common Era describe identical entities seen during sleep transitions. Medieval paintings depict the same figures sitting on sleepers' chests. Modern sleep paralysis reports from isolated cultures match these descriptions precisely. These aren't psychological projections. They're consistent perceptions of phenomena that exist in the boundary state between physical and non-physical reality. Precognitive dreams shatter conventional explanations entirely. Throughout history, verified cases show people dreaming future events with impossible accuracy. Mark Twain dreamed of his brother's death by steamboat explosion 1 week before it happened, including specific details like the casket placement and flowers. In 1914, J.W. Dunn documented hundreds of precognitive dreams, developing a mathematical theory that, during sleep, consciousness exists partially outside time. The Dream Precognition Laboratory at Maimonides Medical Center verified statistically impossible rates of future prediction in controlled studies before the program was mysteriously defunded. How can a brain generate detailed information about events that haven't occurred? It can't, unless consciousness during sleep accesses information beyond time's normal constraints. Lucid dreaming delivers the ultimate proof. When lucid, you maintain complete self-awareness in a non-physical reality where thought instantly shapes experience. This isn't fantasy, It's consciousness experiencing reality without physical limitations. Dr. Stephen LaBerge at Stanford University proved lucid dreamers can send predetermined eye movement signals to researchers while dreaming. His studies demonstrated that consciousness remains fully operational during REM sleep, just operating in a different dimension of experience. The implications are staggering. During sleep, your consciousness doesn't shut down. It expands beyond the physical limitations that normally constrain it. It accesses information impossible to obtain through physical senses. It operates in realms where thought directly shapes reality. This isn't metaphorical, it's literal. Your consciousness leaves your body every night. Time doesn't exist during sleep as it does in waking life. 10 minutes of physical sleep can contain hours of dream experience. This isn't illusion. Sleep consciousness operates outside normal temporal constraints. Scientists at the Max Planck Institute discovered that dream time runs by different rules. Brain scans show that dreams occurring in seconds of real time contain elaborate narratives that would take hours to physically experience. This isn't a quirk of perception. It's evidence that consciousness freed from physical limitations experiences time's true flexible nature. Dreams regularly blend past, present, and future into simultaneous experience. You might dream of childhood locations containing people you met yesterday while experiencing events that haven't yet occurred. Quantum physics now acknowledges time isn't the rigid forward progression we experience while awake. Sleep consciousness accesses this more fluid reality, explaining why dreams can contain information from future events and elaborate storylines within brief REM periods. Memory functions radically differently in dream states. You forget most dreams within moments of waking. This isn't a flaw, it's a protective mechanism. The hippocampus, responsible for memory formation, operates under different parameters during sleep. It separates sleep experiences from waking memories to prevent reality confusion. Yet certain dreams remain vivid for decades, sometimes for entire lifetimes. These aren't random. They're experiences so significant to your deeper consciousness that they overwhelm the forgetting mechanism. Ancient traditions viewed these as messages of critical importance from higher aspects of consciousness. Modern neuroscience has no explanation for why specific dreams permanently imprint while thousands of others vanish instantly. The multiverse theory from quantum physics provides a framework for understanding sleep consciousness. This isn't fringe science. It's a serious model proposed by leading physicists. The theory suggests infinite parallel realities exist simultaneously. During sleep, consciousness may briefly shift between these alternate realities, explaining why dream worlds often have complete internal consistency, detailed environments you've never physically seen, and recurring locations you return to across different dreams. These aren't imaginary. They're glimpses of parallel possibilities, accessible when consciousness isn't locked into a single physical reality. Death experiences in dreams reveal another dimension of sleep consciousness. Many people experience death in dreams and report profound awareness transformations afterward. From a consciousness perspective, dream death temporarily exposes awareness to existence beyond bodily constraints. Ancient initiation rites worldwide used controlled dream death experiences precisely because they revealed deeper truths about consciousness. The pattern recognition system in your brain works differently during sleep. Without waking filters, it makes connections between seemingly unrelated information, explaining why dreams often solve problems that seemed impossible while awake. In 1865, chemist August Kekulé discovered the ring structure of benzene. after dreaming of a snake eating its own tail. Countless scientific breakthroughs, from Einstein's relativity insights to Mendelev's periodic table, emerged through dream consciousness, making connections impossible within waking limitations. The collective unconscious becomes accessible during certain dream states. This explains why unrelated people worldwide report encountering similar entities, symbols, and environments. You're not creating these experiences individually. You're accessing shared consciousness fields normally filtered out during waking awareness. Consciousness during sleep reveals itself as fundamentally non-local. Your dream experiences aren't happening in your head. They're happening in dimensions of reality your physical senses cannot normally access. Your brain doesn't create consciousness. It receives and processes it, like a television receives broadcast signals. During sleep, this receiver temporarily tunes to different frequencies of reality, explaining why dreams can contain information impossible to access through physical means alone. Every night, your consciousness experiences the true nature of reality, beyond time, beyond space, beyond individual identity. Then you wake up and forget. This knowledge isn't abstract theory. It's practical technology for expanding consciousness. Here's how to use it. Break the forgetting barrier. Keep a voice recorder by your bed. The moment you wake, before moving, record everything you remember. Movement activates waking consciousness, instantly erasing dream memory. Write nothing down initially. Speaking activates different neural pathways than writing, bypassing the forgetting mechanism. After recording, immediately transcribe everything. This double encoding forces your brain to create permanent memory pathways for dream experiences. Within 30 days of this practice, dream recall increases by 300 to 500. Within 90 days, you'll remember multiple dreams nightly with cinema-like clarity. Recognize dream signs. Everyone's consciousness creates specific anomalies during dream states, recurring symbols, behaviors, or places unique to your dream experiences. Identify these through consistent recording. They become triggers for lucidity. Common dream signs include text or numbers that change when you look twice, impossible physics, floating, passing through objects, deceased relatives appearing alive, technology that malfunctions, sudden location changes. Memorize your personal dream signs. They're keys that unlock lucidity. Master reality testing. Reality testing isn't a casual practice. It's consciousness training. Every 20 minutes during waking hours, ask, "Am I dreaming?" Don't just ask rhetorically. Genuinely question reality. Try to push your hand through solid objects. Examine text, look away, then look back to see if it changes. Attempt to float. This isn't paranoia. It's rewiring neural pathways to maintain critical awareness during sleep. After 3 to 4 weeks of consistent testing, this habit transfers into dream states, triggering lucidity. Use wake-induced lucid dreaming. Wild isn't just another technique. It's direct access to conscious sleep. Set an alarm for 5 hours after falling asleep. When it sounds, stay completely still. Moving activates waking body awareness. Maintain consciousness while allowing your body to fall back asleep. You'll experience hypnagogic imagery, swirling colors, geometric patterns, or brief scenes. Don't just observe these passively. Interact with them. When a scene stabilizes, step into it directly. This technique bypasses the unconscious dream period entirely, allowing consciousness to transition directly from waking to dream reality without losing awareness. Harness sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis isn't something to fear. It's a launching pad for consciousness exploration. If you experience sleep paralysis, don't fight it. Surrender completely. The entities you perceive aren't hallucinations. They're consciousness constructs in the boundary between dimensions. They react to your emotional state. Instead of fear, cultivate curiosity or compassion. The experience transforms instantly. Once comfortable in paralysis, imagine floating upward. This triggers an out-of-body experience, consciousness fully separated from physical limitations. Program dream content. Before sleep, visualize exactly what you want to dream about for 5 to 10 minutes with intense focus. This isn't casual imagination. It's consciousness programming. Write your intention in present tense. I am aware I'm dreaming as I. Write specific scenario. Repeat this while falling asleep. This plants a direct command into the subconscious mind, which executes it during REM cycles. Advanced practitioners can use this technique to access specific information or solutions to problems, practice physical skills proven to enhance waking performance, communicate with deeper aspects of consciousness, visit specific dream locations consistently, use phased awakening. Sleep consists of multiple 90-minute cycles. Each cycle progressively increases REM duration. The final cycle before natural waking contains the longest, most vivid REM period. Set alarms to wake during each REM period throughout the night, approximately every 90 minutes. Stay awake for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on dream recall and lucidity intention. Then, return to sleep. This creates multiple opportunities for lucid dream entry while leveraging the increasing REM intensity throughout the night. Nutritional consciousness enhancement. Certain compounds dramatically affect sleep consciousness. Galantamine, taken after 4 to 5 hours of sleep, increases acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter associated with dream vividness and lucidity. Clinical studies show 40% increased lucidity rates. Choline, taken with galantamine, provides the raw material for acetylcholine production. Mugwort, used by ancient cultures specifically for dream enhancement, contains thujone compounds that increase brain activity during REM. L-theanine promotes alpha brain waves, the exact frequency associated with the hypnagogic state between waking and sleep. These aren't recreational substances. They're tools for consciousness expansion used by serious explorers of dream reality. Map recurring dream locations. Some dream locations appear repeatedly across different nights, what lucid dream researchers call persistent realms. Keep detailed records of these locations, mapping their features and relationships. Over time, patterns emerge, showing consistent geography and physics within these realms. Advanced practitioners discover these aren't random neural constructs, but stable, non-physical dimensions that can be visited deliberately. The implications are revolutionary. Sleep consciousness isn't just imagination, it's exploration of actual realms beyond physical detection. These techniques aren't casual experiments. They're technologies for expanding consciousness beyond physical limitations, revealing realities that exist alongside our own. The boundary between dreams and waking isn't separation between fantasy and reality. It's the filter between different aspects of a unified consciousness field. And with consistent practice, that boundary dissolves completely. You've now glimpsed the forbidden truth about sleep consciousness. Every night, your awareness breaks free from physical limitations. It experiences realms beyond time and space. It accesses information impossible to obtain through physical senses. It communes with aspects of consciousness normally filtered from waking perception. This isn't metaphor or imagination. It's the literal truth about the journey your consciousness takes when your body sleeps. Ancient civilizations built entire spiritual systems around this knowledge. From Egyptian dream temples to Tibetan dream yoga to shamanic sleep rituals. They recognized what modern science is only beginning to rediscover. Sleep isn't unconsciousness, but expanded consciousness. The evidence is overwhelming. Brain activity increases during dreams. DMT, the most powerful known psychedelic, releases naturally during sleep. Dream time operates outside normal temporal constraints. People worldwide report identical entities during sleep transitions. Dreams accurately predict future events. Consciousness maintains full self-awareness during lucid dreams. Problem-solving capabilities increase during sleep states. These aren't anomalies. They're glimpses of consciousness operating beyond physical limitations. The implications transform our understanding of reality itself. If consciousness routinely experiences non-physical dimensions during sleep, then physical reality isn't the foundation of existence. It's just one frequency among many that consciousness can tune into. You are not a physical being who occasionally has non-physical experiences. You are consciousness itself, temporarily localized in physical form. Every night when you sleep, you remember this truth. Then you wake up and forget, but you don't have to forget anymore. The techniques shared here aren't just interesting experiments, they're technologies for conscious evolution. With consistent practice, the artificial boundary between sleep and waking consciousness dissolves. The awareness you experience during lucid dreams gradually infuses your waking life. If you've experienced consciousness beyond your body during sleep, whether through lucid dreams, prophetic visions, or encounters with entities, share your experience in the comments below. Have you ever received information in dreams that you couldn't possibly have known, or visited places that later turned out to be real? Hit subscribe now to journey deeper into forbidden knowledge that mainstream science won't acknowledge, and smash that like button to help others discover these consciousness-expanding truths. Reality itself transforms as you recognize that all experience, whether physical or non-physical, is simply consciousness exploring itself through endless forms. Tonight, as darkness falls and you surrender to sleep, remember what's actually happening. Your consciousness isn't shutting down, it's breaking free. The journey begins the moment you close your eyes. And once you've awakened to the true nature of sleep, you'll never experience reality the same way again.